What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the finale of the 30th annual Veterans Park Open, presented by Kratom and powered by Legacy Discs. I'm Gregg Barsby, joined alongside Luke Humphries. What's up, Luke?
Man, honor and a pleasure to be with you here in the booth. We have an amazing 12 holes coming up. We started this round a four-way tie for the lead. All of the guys on lead card tied up. Just an amazing finish coming up, I think.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game.
It is.
Emerson is making a charge from the second card. I believe he is probably at 23 or 24.
The Texas Armadillo is rolling.
At this juncture.
He's balled himself up and he's like rolling.
Yeah, he's balled himself up and rolling. He is rolling. He's playing a good round.
2018 champion. He knows how to play this course well, especially on Sunday. Yes. Here we are, hole 13.
We've heard whispers, and I've looked at the scores a couple times. He's up on our card, but we're on 13. This is an extended version of the one we've been playing all weekend. Just over 600 feet. Pretty much into a dead headwind.
Par 3, 613 feet, dead headwind.
Yes. You're calling this a par 3?
Yes.
That's a Texas-sized par 3 if I've ever heard of one. Look at this. It's just ripping. The Kratom flag is just ripping.
Yeah, this is the most headwind I think we played into the entire tournament.
Yeah. And Brad throwing a hyzer flip. I mean, he put a ton of angle on that, and it just flipped right over.
You okay?
As
lots of spectators in the park.
As Miles is kind and generous man, he said, go right ahead.
Yep.
He's hoping the wind drops down. Sorry, Miles, not going to drop.
It's 25 sustained.
Look at how, I don't know what he threw, maybe a stiletto.
Wow. A brick?
Yeah.
Is that thing made of metal?
He threw a plate or something.
Good grief.
To get a disc to go left is really impressive. I'm throwing a brand new
Come on out.
Proline Quasar.
Come on
which is
out.
like a boss. And it did come out.
Wow. That's really far up there for that headwind. That was the furthest shot that I saw up there.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
You get past that stump, past that short pad, and you really put a move on it into that wind.
Yeah, I'm right up there by Bell's. Maybe a little bit further than his.
Interesting.
We're up on the high side there. Where Miles was, you're kind of on the low side. Now you can see where Bell's drive landed. He's got a much more accessible angle. Going to go with the flick into the headwind.
Like that.
Leaving out to the left side, looking for it to swing. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's quality. Good distance control there.
Yeah, still going to need to make one. This raised basket, one of the trickier targets to put on this entire course.
Brad, he just sent that a little inside.
Yeah, probably just trying to scoot it up.
I'm playing the croc. I'm from up there on the right side. Again, pretty accessible spot.
This looks great.
It's a little short, and there's that wind wants to kind of drag it away.
They just make you have 18 footers on this basket.
Such a sketchy putt. Makes me nervous just watching it. And Miles, I'm surprised he didn't jam that one a little harder. I think that maybe the thought of a longer comebacker got into his head here.
For sure.
Here's Brad.
Wow.
That's such a good putt. It doesn't look like anything on this camera. That was a fantastic read. Tailwind.
Yep.
He released it with a lot of hyzer, making sure that the wind is hitting the top plate. And Bell, jam session right in the middle, into the headwind.
Great putts from them.
He's athletic. He jumps right up there, gets that out.
Oh, yeah.
And I am officially stressed.
Nice putt from you right to left. I mean, we know that you like a little hyzer coming out of the hand, so that wind just exposed the right plate.
Totally. I read that on the right side the whole way, and it stayed right side. It didn't move as much as I maybe thought it was going to, which is scary.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed this one downwind or side wind, and you've got like a 40-footer coming back. That's tricky green. Well done from you guys. 3 threes on that one, which plays like a birdie, even though they call it a par.
Same thing here, 549, par 3. With this wind, I don't see anybody getting to this hole. I've seen it birdied before by Coda, Nolan, some of the Texas Bombers, but Not in this wind.
Not today.
I just don't think you're going to see it. I
No.
mean, it would just take a monstrous drive to get one to 60, and then you still have to make the putt.
Right.
Bell, I think he's going hurricane here, and he left that one up in the air a little bit. That's going to sail to the left. Still wide open.
Yeah. There is OB around the green. There's a sidewalk that does not play OB. But just behind the green, there are some planters that...
If anybody's going to reach it, it's going to be Brad. Look, he's gearing in to unleash this shot.
Getting the angles right.
Yeah. Such a clean release. Incredible power zone. Playing that hyzer, stood it up flat, back to hyzer, dead center fairway. That one's way out there.
Yeah, make that approach short and easy.
And I'm thinking, well, there's no way I could throw it as clean as Brad.
But something like that.
Yeah,
would be
something
nice.
like that. I'm going with that blue boss. Hyzer release, trying to get it to drag up flat. Almost got it to flat. That'll do.
Yeah, pretty well done there.
It's out there.
Yeah. Close to Brad,
25 feet from Brad. That Bradley, he's so good.
He's so good at those angles.
Miles going steeper hyzer angle, hanging it out a little wider.
Good spot.
Yeah, kind of like we talked about, 3 out of the 4 within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Nothing much you can do with it.
A couple 100 feet left for Bell.
Yeah, Bell, and look how wide he's swinging this play in the wind. And it still got back to the left. That
Good
was
grief.
That's a dangerous play from there. It's a really hard read. You know, you don't want to throw it too flat. It might get beaten down. So he just played that wide angle and just let the wind take it.
Just a little drifter.
Yeah, smart play.
Great upshot from Miles.
And Miles, he's played in the wind enough. He said, I'm throwing flick and I'm playing against it. Brad, and see the wind kind of toying with it just a little.
Yeah. The wind definitely played better for a forehand approach on this one.
And I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, just all wrist. Is it maybe only 100 feet from there?
Yeah. Which is a great drive on that day.
It's almost a weird distance to approach, though. Especially when it's this breezy. You
Right.
just can't miss your line.
And you really got to pop it onto that line. You can't let your fingers drag at the end or anything. The wind abuses
Yeah.
any minute mess up that you...
Yeah, just everything wants to fly away in the
Yeah.
headwinds,
Yep.
one way or the other.
Yeah, well done from you and Miles to both land right there and have your tap ins.
Yeah, and then see Brad and Bell making no problem. You know, they're on the lead card at an A tier. Those
Yeah.
guys are good.
Yeah. But don't think that they weren't stressed on those putts.
I'm really stoked with where I landed. Miles making it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty typical there. 4 threes.
Good threes from you guys. That's just what you got to do on that hole.
Yeah. All right, on to 15. This hole has a Mando, the Kratom flag that you see waving, that you have to stay to the right side of that. Pretty much you want to just start going left right after that if you can.
Yeah. Just get as risky as you want. Take it as close as you can to that Kratom sign and then swing it left. Maybe catch a skip. I think the low play is ideal. There's that big tree
Yeah.
that you don't want to get caught up in.
Yeah, if you can get a good skip after cleaning the Mando, you're looking great.
This looks good if it hooks up in front of that tree.
Just a little wide,
Oh, my gosh.
and he caught the branch there. Still, he's not going to be in a terrible position. He'll have a pretty fair shot at an up and down for 3. Brad, perfection. Look how much this drags to the right.
Crazy.
That's indirect evidence of the wind.
Yeah.
Just pushing his disc, even though it's on hyzer.
All right.
Pushing it straight.
He's not on a tree or anything, so he will have a good chance to get his birdie.
Playing that light destroyer here, trying
I
to go
like that.
low and just
Inside.
inside
This
of
is the
Bell's.
play right here. Yes, dude. Get the skip.
Yep.
Not a very skippy portion of the course, but that is ideal right there.
Super ideal. Maybe have 160, 70 feet to the pin.
Yeah.
Pretty easy gap.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I'm trying to do when I step up to this hole. Do what you did.
Miles is doing the same thing.
This looks even better.
He got the skip.
Oh, my gosh.
He's up there to 140.
I was hoping for. Get that big
That's as good as you can do it, really.
Yeah, you can't throw a better drive than that. Maybe 10 feet better. That's it.
Right. Just that Mako out of Brad, standstill, backhand.
He's got a weird obstruction. With the branch, catches a limb, but it fights up in there.
Fights out, yep.
That was a more technical shot than I think what the camera gave him credit for. He had to think about that one with the branch right in front of him.
Big time. Headwind.
Oh, that's looking perfect. Got to sit down.
Stop. Ooh. Breaker from Bell. Stops just short.
That's a great shot. Great place to be.
Yeah.
Oh, here I am with the Nexus. I'm thinking, okay, a little headwind. Right, let the headwind drag it up. And I just missed the angle.
Chill.
That was just a miscue on the angle.
Yeah.
Bled it out to the left to about 25. A little obstructed behind the tree.
Wow, this is so close.
I know. Again, it's almost difficult when you throw it so close because you have to be touchy.
Yeah.
But it gets windy, and all of a sudden the angles make it to where it's not an easy shot.
Yeah.
And I am stressed.
Lots of play.
At this point, I'm
The wind.
beginning to relinquish hope about this event.
Yeah. Just feel it slipping away.
Yeah, totally. It's not that I'm throwing poorly. I'm not executing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
That Nexus putter upshot just a little off, put more stress on the...
whoa.
What?
See, I blocked these things out. I don't even remember that, and I was playing the game with them.
It's the second one we've seen from him today. Just
That's so uncharacteristic.
I think you gotta
Brad.
You gotta say wind was the play there. He got a gust. He was playing something that wasn't there.
That was an in-your-head wind.
Could have been. Those things exist. Those are the strongest winds.
Yeah. Bell coming in, nice birdie after catching the tree off the tee pad. I feel like his distance of approach, I would have been more stoked with.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I tried to be nice and soft and do something with the shut
And
up,
you had
throw it up there.
a crosswind. He had a little downwind, making it easier for him.
Yeah, I was so far in my head, it was more of an in-your-head win, I
Right,
think,
right.
than anything else.
Right.
So this is hole 16, playing to original hole 14's basket.
14's basket, yeah.
And you've got to swing it out to the right, beat the mandatory tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're basically taking a 90-degree turn to the left.
Exactly.
Most of the players are just going to try to smash one out to the distance of the Mando or further, and
Yeah.
then play down the hill.
Right.
That's a good look from Bell. I think that's got the distance.
That's a good spot to end up, right at that short pad.
Oh, yeah. He's
Past the Mando tree.
That's prime position there.
He'll have options on how he wants to approach. There's a crash shot over the trees. There's a skip forehand.
Miles, that turned up on him a little bit, but great stability. That's fighting back. Yep.
yeah.
Prime time.
Yep. Same angle as Bell's going to have. A few feet closer.
Here's Brad, kind of collecting himself. He's going aggressive here, playing low, hyzer flip. Oh.
I've never attempted that to get that close to the Mando tree, but
That's
that makes
such a good
his
shot.
upshot so much easier.
That's such a good drive. You wouldn't place one any better than that.
No.
I'm also trying to play that low hyzer flip. That one, little yank on it, but I gave it a good tug.
That's way up there.
I'm way past it.
Yeah.
Made sure I didn't leave it short of the Mando.
The forehand plays pretty well from over there, too.
Yeah, that's typically my play on this hole. Bell, he's gonna fight the wind,
Crouch shot.
barely clearing the tree.
Okay. Yeah. Hard to tell if he got over that one or not,
Whoa,
but he did.
That was close. I think that's a smart play though, because you're playing against the wind. So look at Miles again, throwing it really high and then just letting the wind crash it. He's parked.
Yeah. Wow.
Just playing the tree.
Texas trees are pretty dependable at the end of the day. They're wiry, they're thick. They have to deal with constant winds throughout the year, so they're strong for that reason.
So this is my croc, and look at the wind, start dragging it. I should have left that a little bit more out to the left. It's kind of going to be a little uphill putt into a headwind.
Yeah, there are those trees left, though, that you kind of think you might hit as you're swinging in.
Here's Brad. He's also throwing that same run at Croc. His was way sawed off.
And it caught a skip that took it.
Yeah. It got in the air.
Almost out of birdie
Once
range.
it skipped, the wind just grabbed it too.
This is a tricky one.
Yep, 30-footer up the hill into the headwind.
Straight into the teeth.
Might have been 35. He could have been outside.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see Brad jump putt too often.
You don't see Brad mess up these upshots that often.
Whoa.
Let's go. Good
Man.
stick for that veteran basket.
That was...
Raising up.
I'm at the point. We're at the point in the game where Emerson definitely has me by a couple. We're grinding over here. Bell and I are stick for stick.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking every one of these has to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bell has me by one at this point after my last miscue. So every shot has to happen now. We've only got, 9 holes to go, 8 holes to go.
Yeah.
I know that every one of them is crucial now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good stick.
Mm-hmm. That was huge.
I'm just, and I'm not very comfortable on the green.
Yeah.
Everything's going wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps just to get one to stay
Everything's
like
going
that.
wrong. All right, so on to 17. This one's going to be in the short position this round. Even closer. Whoa, what a backflip. That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a chip shot, pretty much an approach. You can see guys throw a little backhand through the gap, forehand. And Bell let that out early.
Well, kind of gets away with it.
Yep, decent ground play. He'll be up there right near the circle's edge, right on the putting green.
Yeah.
But that left to right wind really just pushed it down.
Yeah, this is one you want to get.
And the grenade from Miles, such a cool shot. And easy way to beat the wind.
Seriously, he's 3 for 3 on that thing. I don't know he's outside 15 feet on any of those approaches. He's got that dialed.
The wind is really starting to blow now. I'm trying to wait it off.
You're playing a forehand.
And I totally yanked that out of my hand. So
It skips, though.
it's long.
Right.
Wind died on me.
About circle's edge.
Yeah, right around there.
Wind died on you?
Yeah, I was banking on it going over, so I pulled it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's on the green. That's all you can ask for.
Brad doing the grenade thing, too.
These guys are too good at that shot.
Dude,
That's ridiculous.
look at Brad in the background.
Bell,
Wow. And
just keeping the foot on the gas.
yeah, who knows if he's looked at the scores. I mean, he's in a similar position to you, knowing that Emerson's fighting. You know, he's probably got a big crowd watching him as well, being the local guy. So
Yeah.
you guys are hearing some crowd noises, checking scores, knowing how much these putts matter.
And after Bell made that, I knew I gotta make this one.
That's a clutch putt, Greg.
Gotta make that.
That's
'Cause
huge.
Bell's got me by one.
You
right?
can't let him go 2 up on
No,
you.
not now.
What a putt.
Yeah, nice to finally send one home. It's been a while. It's been a while. Like, wait, I made a putt. Thank goodness. Brad
All
tapping
right.
out.
All-star for the card, as they should be. You're running over to hit the men's.
Oh, that's the bathroom break after that.
Yep. That's the spot to
Guaranteed.
go. Hole 18. This is hole 16 on the regular course. Really tricky hole. You're going to see thumbers over the top shots. This low route that the drone's flying is one of the least used routes. You can
the
get yourself
old-
in a lot of trouble.
It's the old school route.
Yeah.
You have to like throw it down there, and then you almost bank on an anti-skip. It's a unique hole,
It is.
and definitely old school. This is where the course shows its age. Matt, the wind is calm. He goes putter, and he cleaned the gap.
What?
There's
Just
there's
out
like
the
a,
other
There's a
side.
foot. There's like a foot and a half. The gap is not big at all between those branches, and
Oh my
he's
gosh.
laughing about it. Like, how do you not hit something?
Yeah, because if he hits and drops, he's circle's edge.
Parked.
Yeah, parked even. You guys didn't play this in much wind?
The wind is down, and Miles is going low forehand. Pulls it over. A little too far to the left.
So I played this hole. It was the windiest hole of the course for us,
Yeah,
which would have been a few holes back for you guys, I guess. So the conditions are getting a little bit easier. Probably worth noting.
so it's got to get down.
Hit the tree and drop, baby.
Got a good range.
Sure did.
Okay. All right.
I think
on
I was
the good side, too.
I think I was within 20 feet of that every round. That was like my spot.
That's a good spot to be.
Yeah. And now here's the old school route. Bradley's taking his Nova. Just doesn't get that anti-bounce.
Back lip dragging, catches a little something, and almost completely stops him.
He'll have a 40-footer. Maybe a little outside 40. Just outside whatever. Let's call it 13 meters
I like that.
for our European viewers.
Good upshot from Miles.
And here's Bell. Probably 55. 17-meter putt. 16-meter.
That slid out a little bit. That's 22 feet coming
Yep.
back.
He's going to have meat on the bone. And here's Brad. Little downhill, not much wind to contend with. Bang.
No way.
To you young guys watching this, watch Brad's putt and do your best to mimic it. He is so smooth mechanically,
Yep.
incredible pace.
Yep.
That was,
Keeps his arm long.
there's a reason he's a professional.
A really good professional that teaches other professionals.
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that have mimicked what Brad has been able to do through the years. A lot of Texas players. And Bell hitting the same chains that he hit the first time. And
That hurts.
That one does hurt. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these putts
Stroke
to go up
swing.
on Bell.
Okay, I got my lead back.
Wow. Obviously, you never want to see that with a friend and competitor. But that's game, man. That's sports.
Yeah, you got to remain emotionless at this point. You can't feel for Matt,
Yeah, it's sports.
Yeah.
We play them all the time.
Yeah.
We'll flick some nickels,
Yeah, right.
and get competitive with it or
Yeah.
something.
Bell doesn't want you feeling sorry for him. He wants you to keep doing your thing. He wants to beat you at your best, just like you want to beat him.
Certainly. Okay, so number 19, this is a new hole today, playing from the Gold's original 17.
Yep.
We're up by the amphitheater now, or the bathrooms, and you've got a Mando tree on the left side. You've got to stay to the right of it. Basically got to throw down that hill.
Lots of space. You're going to be
Yeah.
going right of those bright green trees in the distance, and then fading back left, most likely. Or just going over them.
That was a little inside of what I wanted, but it cleaned the Mando tree.
Okay. You made it past the Mando?
Yep, gonna be safe and pretty unobstructed down the hill.
Yeah, it's not bad from there. You'll have your choice of a couple ways to approach.
Brad. Did you hear the flag right there?
As he released it.
And it's purity. Absolute purity.
Wow, that's fantastic. It wasn't in this wind, but I actually saw somebody to this hole.
Wow.
Nearly ace it and then to it in the 2018 VPO. Shout out to Jamie Espinoza.
No way. Espinoza.
Lefty. Yeah,
That's
threw a
disgusting.
wraith, went all the way down there, and he hit the putt. One of the best holes I've ever seen played. Simon Lizotte was on the card. He saw that as well that day. Good position from Miles.
Yeah, Miles threw that. It's a standard basic drive for Miles. Hyzer release. Let it stand up. Come back.
Little high out of Bell, but
Is this thing ever going to fall down? Wow.
he's in the middle.
Yep. That'll do.
Yeah, he's probably got 280, 315 feet, somewhere in between those. A little more of a full shot that I'm sure he wanted.
Yeah, and he left that one high. Ooh, so he's going to have a putt, but
Yeah.
not what he was looking for from there.
No.
All right, so I'm playing the Nexus. This is downhill, probably about 245, and I missed the angle again. Yeah.
I think typically us viewers, like, we see you go forehand at stuff like that. What was your thought process there? I mean, we didn't.
Left to right wind.
Okay. That makes sense.
Left to right wind. I just didn't want to get it too long when there's Miles. Just parks it. Makes it look effortless. Left to right wind. Okay. Hopefully will hold the backhand over.
Right.
If I put a little bit of hyzer on it, kind of keep it on angle. Don't want to get too far, too squirrely with the flick.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, and also downhill, it's easy to let it go high.
Yeah.
You know, and when you have to throw low like that, typically means that it's kind of on a bead or it's sizzling. You know, if you hit the gap and it's sizzling, the thing's gonna go because this screen's so fast.
Yep.
And Matt not able to convert there. He's probably 40 feet, and he knows that was a big one. At this point, I have to make this putt.
Yeah,
Emerson's a couple up on me. And the light...
Surprising,
The light is dimming.
Wow. I thought that was cash all the way, Greg.
Yeah, the light is really starting to go out now.
Well, check this out. We got a little screen and screen. This is Emerson Keith on the hole in front of you guys.
Oh, what a putt.
Falling,
oh, man. He's feeling it.
Putt.
Look, he jumped right up and got that. He's feeling it. He knows he's in the driver's seat now.
Right.
Brad taps out his birdie 3.
Yeah, we had GK Productions filming. They were able to check scores, kind of figure out that, you know, Emerson Keith was in this. Might be good to grab some footage of him. So we might even see a couple more of those little jump-ins. He's chase cards.
I know it's done. I think it's over at this point. I'm like, my head's down.
Crazy.
I'm in the gutter.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
You've got 5 holes to go, though, and, you know, all of them birdieable, the last hole 24 being the hardest hole of them all. But, I mean, if you grab 4 of the last 5, are you thinking you may have a chance at that point, or are you thinking...
Potentially, you know, I'm trying to stay away from the scores. I know that I've already messed up enough, and all you can do is just play the holes that you have and do the best that you can with what's in front of you. Try to move forward as quick as possible.
Decide you're not playing Emerson anymore. You've got 5 holes to play. You're playing them.
You've got to play the holes. That's right. And this hole, a little quirky and tough with the wind. Brad got it a little too spiky, and the wind grabbed it, took it over to the left. He's going to have a tough putt out of the bushes.
Dang.
Miles.
This looks a little better.
Super spike. That does look good.
Just connects and drops short.
Yeah, pretty typical. I think you kind of just have to crash it.
Yeah.
I'm I'm shaking my head because I'm getting the wind. The wind is doing something different on me again.
Look at that. I loved that. You started it low knowing it was going to raise.
Yeah, it will turn into a headwind from across.
Well played, sir.
That's a hard one, man, because you got to throw it at the tree.
Yeah, well, now you're inside the circle. Hard work done. Or maybe not. Was that the easy work?
That was the easy work.
Okay.
The 23-footer I'm about to look at is the hard one now.
Gotcha.
I love this game.
Yeah.
Bell's up there pretty close, too. Just kind of caught on the right side and bounced down.
Parked, but everybody's got putts. This one may be the trickiest of them. Unlucky to end up behind this little cedar.
Yeah, this is makeable putt, though, for Brad. Little chip shot. Oh, he hit that gap again between the chains and the basket.
Wow.
That was such a good look from there.
Yeah, real touchy.
Yeah, real touchy. Kind of perfect finesse on it to get it to drop in. Here's Miles from about 30 feet.
Great putt from Miles. And not out of it.
Look at that. Great extension. High-hearted. Yeah, that's how you want all your putts to look.
Mm-hmm.
Solid on the strong side of the chains. Here's Bell. He knows he needs that.
Wow.
Dead center.
Man.
Dead center.
It makes it look so easy. For a putt that he knows he needs to make, that looks so relaxed.
I know, and here I am over here on pins and needles.
Sick putt from you.
So this was Emerson's drive. They said he almost aced it. He was.
Oh.
He told me after the round he nearly aced that hole.
My. What an ace that would have been.
It's freakish.
It is. Yeah, that's the hole you guys are about to play next. Hole 21, also known as Hole D. Crazy tough hole. I think probably less than 10 players total got the birdie on it out of 146 chances on the week.
It says it's 428, 130 meters. You know, I can't think of a longer 130 meter hole. Like, I just can't. This hole's so weird and far.
Yeah, it feels like 150 or maybe 460 or something.
I can't reach this hole. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I might as well submit to it. I don't get it.
We saw Mason yesterday go low line and hit a nice jumper on it. So there are multiple routes.
Miles is on the tee, and he looks like he's swinging this wide, going hyzer and banking on the wind. And the wind lifted it. The wind is out there.
Maybe. I mean,
Got over everything.
Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What a shot from him. That is a huge hyzer right there.
I'm trying to swing it out, but I'm a little scared of the OB and threw it way up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, you're essentially throwing it straight at OB as you start that line.
I immediately am looking left like something bothered me. But no, I'm just kind of mad.
Well, you made it past the trees, so your approach will be standard.
Yep. Yeah, actually, it's in putting range, but really dangerous.
It is. Yeah, downhill. This looks good.
Yeah, he just caught the
Just
right
caught the
side
end
of
of
it,
it.
or that was going to be a great shot. 5 feet to the right, he was looking perfect. Bradley looking to go. He says,
The footwork.
no, right out of the hand, just a little low. He clears the first one and caught the top of the second one. Had he thrown that 2 feet higher, probably would have been pinned.
Yeah, parked. Bradley, tons of power.
That's totally a Bradley thing, right? You miss a shot by like a foot. You're like, no.
No.
So good to do that. Great finesse.
Oh, yeah, you know he was bidding that one, too.
Off the pole.
There's like 25-mile-an-hour winds. He's like 125 feet out. He misses his approach by like 1 foot from going in, and he's disappointed.
I know.
In the base.
Yep. And here I am from about 65. I checked the scores. I have to make this putt.
What?
Oh, just short.
Oh.
Tried to.
Big, Greg. I mean, you're the only person that knows if it's a good putt until it hits the basket. Like, when we watch you putt, like, nobody knows. Like, you're the only one that knows.
That was actually a pretty good read. You know, you got the right to left.
It was nearly perfect.
Down the hill, it's really sketchy to throw it too high in the air because this one's not only a downhill putt, but then it just continues down to that water. With a right to left, it's easy to let that putt get away from you.
Big time.
You know, I thought for maybe a split second that the wind might bring it in. It's a good bid.
That's a great bid.
Probably the best bid I could put on it from that distance. Kind of a
safely.
weird stance, too. You know. On to 22. 522 feet, just under 160 meters. Players are going to be throwing it out over the water, trying to land it right around where the drone is now. You throw a good drive here, you don't have much left. Maybe another 150 feet up the hill, 130 feet. Main thing is just miss these trees.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, if you miss the trees, it's a standard approach from there.
Yeah.
Most guys are licking their chops on this one.
Wow.
I mean, that's exactly how you play it, too.
Yeah.
Low, right through that opening. Get you a skip around the corner. Leave yourself 150.
And I'm playing the Quantum Lunar Scorp here. Oh, just barely under the branch. I was happy to see that.
Same
Yeah.
line as Miles.
Yeah. Anytime you can swing it through the gap, not get caught up, makes it a lot easier on the second shot.
Yeah.
Bell really lining this one in. Oh. Pick a side, any side. I think you went through it.
Yeah. It's good now.
Yep.
And,
That'll work.
and it wouldn't have been terrible if it had hit the tree either. He's within a couple hundred.
And Bradley, standard basic.
Wow.
Get on edge. He'll get a good skip. There it is.
Wow.
Yep.
Spinning angles for you.
There's, you know, There we are, 4 guys on the lead card.
Yeah, we got you at 26, Bell at 25, Miles at 25.
Miles is slowly just kind of continued to chip away, hadn't made big mistakes.
No.
Funny.
He's got like 5 or 6 of the last 7 or 8. You know, he's on a tear coming down.
Like quietly just ripping the course apart.
Yeah.
Chink in the armor there. That was a misplay there, a miscue. Big time. He's saying, just throw it flat. And and I have messed up a couple of these short ones leaving it. I'm like, yeah, throw it flat.
Dude, throw it flat.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Miles. Good reminder.
A good reminder.
And you did. You could see.
I threw that a little strong.
Uh-huh.
Was not going to leave that one short.
No. Got it flat, like you said.
Yeah.
Bradley Crowe with his signature Nova.
Oh, that's Bradley Williams.
Bradley Williams.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bradley Crowe. D.D. Carrollton, Steven Story. Those guys were out there today watching. Yeah. That's hilarious.
It's a good crew here in the DFW. You got so many guys doing it. The chain wreck crew really worked hard this week, making sure the best.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of staying on fire, he just wanted to work on his putt.
Big ups to the chain wreck crew for the fundraising for this event. I mean, this is typically one of the highest paying A tiers of the year. Which is awesome to see.
Yep, Michael Arian and crew.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ever Daddy on hole 23.
For his birdie. Oh, and he knew that was probably to seal the deal?
Wow.
Potentially?
Wow, yeah.
And
definitely some emotion after that one.
And, hey, I spun the putter.
And that was like literally at the same moments. GK Pro has time tags on all of their cameras, so as you're putting for your birdie, Emerson's literally 700 feet away putting for his birdie as well.
Wow.
Crazy that they can do that. Show you guys both cards.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. Well, there's so many guys in the hunt, you know. It's everybody's had their little bit of struggles. I'd be honest. I think Miles is probably having the cleanest round so far, and he's I've got him by 1, and he and Bell are tied.
Right.
We're looking at the scores now. My caddy, Scott, had said, you picked up 1 on Emerson.
Because Emerson missed that hole you just played.
Right. So I was kind of surprised. I said, okay, it's not over yet with 18.
Yeah,
so.
right. Don't think that Emerson would miss a hole like that, but the wind's gusty. I mean, he's feeling the pressure as well. You're not the only person feeling it.
Miles.
No, he didn't.
He missed the Mando. Now he could have made a stink and said there was no Mando posted, although it was in the caddy book and mentioned. The guys at Chainwreck didn't want to
wrap the flagpole.
Yeah, deface the flagpole.
That makes sense. It is mentioned in the caddy book, so good on him for.
He missed the Mando. That is critical error with.
I mean, it almost seals his fate right there.
Yeah,
it came down to that. Great shot from you. Was that an eagle?
That was a Firebird.
Firebird. Okay.
Try to push it out towards that light pole you can see in the distance, and then just bank on it, hooking up.
Yep.
And Bell pretty much looking to do the same thing here. Nice low, flat shot.
This is smashed.
Yep, a little hot, but good skip.
Yeah, gets the full skip.
Yeah, he'll have a putt.
That's
little
25,
obstructed.
yeah.
A little obstructed. It's not a tap-in.
You won't be able to throw it flat, and the wind will be playing.
So Bradley's just showing off here because he's got a great forehand, and he just reads the wind perfectly with his Mako.
Slides a Mako in there?
Filthy.
Golly, he stepped up and decided he was going to throw the hardest shot possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think he does that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he was showing. He's like, oh, well. He's like, I'm out of it. It's kind of ho-hum. I'll just throw this most difficult shot possible.
And, oh my gosh, Miles nearly throwing in. That just went under the bucket. Yeah. What a bid from him.
Yeah, and he kind of knew, too, right? Here's Bell. Got another one to go. These are clutch putts. Matt's really, that's a big one.
Straddle in his swimsuit, banging putts.
That's a big one. He's riding the wave right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't even know what I'm thinking. I'm like, well, if you miss this, it's over. Pretty sure I was thinking that. It's a must-make situation. Barely snuck it in there.
Let's go.
Barely. I'm
okay.
like, oh my gosh.
All right, so you know that it's still alive.
Yep. Well, I figured I was still one back.
Okay, and this is where Emerson's drive on 24 lands. He goes Pioneer upshot.
Oh, wow.
And he's almost guaranteed his birdie.
Yep. So as we walk this way, after Brad taps out for his birdie, I was told that if Emerson takes a 4 and I 3, there's no playoff. Emerson makes his 3.
Yeah, with the best drive we saw on that hole yet. He threw full speed all the way up. We're playing the gold pad. Just to get to the short pads, 250 feet. You've got out of bounds left for almost the entirety of the fairway. It stops about 440 feet up the fairway.
Right, it kind of tapers off to the left.
Tapers off a little bit. And then you've got natural OB on the right with these trees that will suck your disc in and make it disappear. So really hard hole to play. Great finishing hole.
Yep.
And basically, you know that Emerson just tapped in at 29.
Right, I have to birdie.
You have to birdie.
That's right. So I'm playing this blue boss and throwing it real straight and hard all week. A little slip there.
Come on, Greg.
But it held over.
Get up past that.
Now I'm yelling to sit because the OB line's there.
Yes.
See where it tapers off?
Oh my gosh.
No way. You must have just barely.
I'm saying no way. I thought it would have been OB, but the way it tapered, I threw it far enough.
Yeah. The way it held straight, too.
Oh, kick out, please.
Kick out.
Bell gonna find a little bit of trouble.
That's the miss, though. You can't miss early left. You can't put yourself out of bounds there. It's just...
Worst place to be.
Yeah.
Brad looking really good. Catching a little bit of cabbage, but that's
like-
prime.
That's a super prime spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen anybody up where you just threw that disc. That's the best drive this hole's ever seen.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And Miles just unraveled on him.
Wow.
The last two. So he's taking that new rule and using it to his advantage, going directly back from his lying OB to get a play, and he pounded that. That's such a good throw for him.
I have a long putt from there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know he's going to bid it.
For sure.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was a...
All right, so this whole
Well
time,
thought out
too, like,
shot.
your card's messing around a little bit. You're pure up there. You know what you need to do. What are the nerves like?
my hand's been clammy all day, so nothing's really changed. I mean, I know this is a pretty standard basic upshot. Shouldn't have any problems with it. You know,
Right.
just don't overthink it.
Right.
You know, put it up under there and let's get out of here and we'll go to a playoff.
The gallery building.
Brad leaving this a little inside, and
Oh, no.
I think that's just a culmination of him not having a great day, and then he's a little frustrated. Yeah, you can see where it
Dude,
tapers over
so
there.
close that you actually took your meter
Yes.
off of
I
the
was
line.
about 2 feet away.
And you're going Nexus backhand
Yep.
approach.
Oh, and it got up on me.
Oh my gosh, Greg.
Yeah, my hand. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the crowd right there with everybody else, and just a huge moment of disbelief for all of us.
Yeah, that
I mean,
was
we had you
was-
getting up and down and going to the playoff for sure.
that was a misplay. There's no question. You
Well,
know,
like you said, hand was clammy. You didn't want to throw the forehand.
That's right. Yeah, there's OB to the left, so I just didn't want to shank it or anything with the forehand. It's a little bit more wristy. The backhand, I use a little bit more body.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, all I'm trying to do is calm myself down, and you know, you kind of just gotta press the delete button. You know, you make a lot of dumb decisions through a tournament. This time, you know, that doesn't matter. What matters is this is a 40-footer, and this is to keep the game going.
Oh my god. Dude, you just have a knack for drama. I mean, you couldn't have laid it up, banged it. What a dirty man you are. Look at this replay.
I'm like, get
Body
there.
English. Look at you.
Get there. I thought that potentially that one might go off the rim. You know, the wind can gust out here.
Now you put it in the heart. And we
Finally,
are
I
going
won't stay
to
above the
extra
rim for once.
holes
I
at
felt like that
the
was like
30th
safe.
Veterans
Put it
Park
in.
Open. The last time we went to extra holes was a decade ago, 2010. Paul Ulibarri and Double G, the last people to go into a playoff for this one.
Great fight from Matt Bell. You know, the one hole really cost him. I think that hole cost him the tournament, hole 3.
Yeah.
Again, great fight. Brad not having the best round. And Miles playing so well, being in it until the last couple. It's just crazy how it unraveled.
Yeah.
I believe he got 6th place.
Crazy bogey finish.
Yeah.
Just not the
From
way
a chance to a win. So,
Yeah.
okay, back to hole number 1.
Yep.
This is the first time I've seen Emerson all week. We're tied. And it's game on. This is sudden death. This is sports.
Yeah.
You got to play for moments like this.
This is exactly what we're playing for. You just hit a
Well,
45-footer.
champ
Crowd
win,
gets
go.
jacked. Listen.
Playoff.
Champ 1 and go.
Like, just go.
Just keep
until-
playing.
That's what they said.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Good luck, man.
There you go. Sudden death playoffs starting
All right,
on
we got
hole
a
1
two-way
champ right
tie
here.
for first place. Emerson shooting a scorching hot 70 to bring in the tie. With him coming from behind, he is going to go first. Starting off the tee, Emerson, Keith.
So
we go.
sick,
Here
man.
we
Extra
go.
holes. We got the Texas Armadillo and the Texas Transplant
Here we go. Yeah, this is fun.
fighting for Texas's oldest title.
It's gonna be it's gonna take more than 62 holes to determine. And Emerson blasting this shot. This is pounded.
They just thumped that thing.
Yeah, that was a perfect angle. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next on
yeah.
the tee,
Luckily-
Gregg Barsby.
You guys aren't dealing with near the wind that you had early on when you teed off this hole 4 hours ago.
No way.
The winds have died a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, I can get a little more risky here on the right side. Throw it hyzer and make sure it comes back left.
Love that.
Yep. That one's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Greg.
Way inbound.
Yeah.
And the sun's starting to go down.
It is. It is.
Okay, so I feel like I've learned from a few of my mistakes with the Nexus, and I went back to it. You know?
I was thinking you'd go forehand here too.
This is a turnover shot, just trying to pound it in there and get the distance.
It's perfect.
That's a really good one from there.
That's great.
Yeah,
Sick
keep the
shot.
disc low.
Yeah.
You know, hit the gap, get it down in there,
Put the pressure on him. Yeah.
I mean, this is the game now. We're not playing stroke play anymore. You're playing against the other player. Here's Emerson. That looks perfect. Needs to fade a little bit more. Ooh. He catches that tree. He's going to have 25.
Okay.
That's
no
not-
gimme.
That's not a gimme.
Nope.
Here he is. Got a little tree on the right side. Shouldn't be a problem for him. Bang.
Hearted.
That was a clutch putt, man.
This dude doesn't show nerves. I mean, you guys saw it at the World Championships when he broke on the scene. We in Texas have been seeing it for a long time. When it comes time to,
A little left.
good for you.
Yeah, it's good. It's in there. I can
Yep.
take a little sigh of relief.
Yep.
Yeah, Emerson really,
He rises to the moment.
yes, he does. And it was pretty cool. I mean, we haven't played a ton of golf together throughout this year, even though he's been on tour. We've kind of like not been on the same cards.
Jumped
So
around each other a little bit.
kind of cool. We're getting to play some golf towards the end of the year. And I'm thinking, man, this is like a showdown. This is
I think
crazy.
you guys are probably the two biggest names in the tournament. After all of it's said and done, it's you two at the top for a playoff. I don't think the spectators, the state of Texas, the tournament directors, we couldn't have designed a better finish for what's going on right here. Emerson Keith going flippy explorer.
Oh, no. Yep. Oh, and a terrible kick.
Awful kick. It was starting to flip over and come back.
And he looks, the despair looked to creep into his eyes right there. I think he knows now that it's out of his hands. This one's in my ballpark.
Yep.
So I'm going eagle here, trying to play it straight, maybe get a little turn. Did just that. Got it a little too high in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, you got to be
Right
kidding me.
behind the T sign.
Like, it couldn't have been you couldn't be in the middle and be in a worse spot. There's no way. Emerson just chipping out.
Smart from him.
Yep, wisely getting out. And he didn't get in there as far as I thought he might have.
That kick initially looked like it went straight left.
Oh, here we go.
So you got a little bit of an obstruction right in front of you, this T sign.
I'm playing it to the left side of the sign, trying to drag it down the line here.
Get on edge.
I asked it to get on edge. It did a little bit.
Oh my gosh, what a techie shot, man. You took it 2 inches from the trees, 2 inches from that pole, slid it up the way that you get to that green.
Pipe dream.
Yep. Well played from you.
Pipe.
Gatekeeper from Emerson. He needs this. I mean, he's got to put some pressure on you.
Oh, that
And that's early as
to be
well.
Fading. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I'm starting just a little bit. You know, you try not to think too much in a situation like this, but I'm starting to lick my chops.
If Emerson doesn't hit this, you lay
It's
up.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a must-make situation.
This 55 feet, low ceiling, tree just on the right of the basket. He's got to miss. And hits it high in the chain.
I stood right behind him and watched him make that. Such a filthy putt.
Unbelievable.
I went over and I had to give him the props after that. That was such a sweet putt.
It was good for another 12 or 15 feet. I mean, he just banged that one.
Yeah. Very impressive and an incredible scramble for his 4.
Yeah.
You know, two not so great shots. Like, I got a smile on my face. I'm like, nice, man.
Yeah, there
Kidding
you
me,
go.
bro.
Sportsmanship right
Gotta
there.
be joking. Okay, this is for the win. 35-footer. Pretty much the same thing as on 18. I'm thinking I just don't need to jump this one.
Get there.
Game, set, match. Gregg Barsby. Sick putt for the win. What a tournament from you.
Wow.
Oh, man, what a
You
great
put down the
putt.
hot round first round, and then you just stayed in it the whole way.
Good year.
Big hug from you two. Mutual respect both ways. No one missed a putt in that playoff. One of the coolest things.
There we go. Nice.
Perfect, bro.
That's
What a feeling. Huh?
That's what I'm going for,
What a
right?
feeling, bro.
Drop the putter in the basket. You can just see it in my face.
your
I'm like,
Veterans Park Open
I
champion,
finally
Gregg
made a couple
Barsby.
putts through the round. Yeah, so sweet.
That putt on 24 was unreal, man. I'll never forget that putt. We'll be talking about that one for a minute.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Casey, your girlfriend in the background with you the whole way. That's fun as well.
Yeah, we got the first round on camera on my YouTube page, and then the rest of the action is going to be right here on GK. It couldn't have came down to a better finish. Got Perk out there. You guys giving me some love. Definitely feeling the love from the crowd and the chain wreck crew. That's the rundown. Took it in a playoff over Emerson. Bell running up in third. Mason was right there shooting 11 that final round.
You have Nolan Greider able to shoot the hot round 13.
Brad Miles had their not so good round and dropped to 5th and 6th. Nolan popping. Chris Becker from Oregon. And then yourself rounding up top 10. Hey.
After a slow start, I
All right.
came back a little bit. This
know.
has been the 2020 30th Annual Veterans Park Open. Thank you for joining both Gregg and I. Gregg, any last words, man?
Yeah, thank all the fans for watching, and stay tuned to GK Pro for more coverage of your favorite disc golf. Have a great day.
See you next time.